Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Happy Catty Crypto here. So let's do a video on the Binance Hot Wallet. There's a lot of stuff getting thrown back and forth between a lot of different people having their input in on this, and the one thing I'm not seeing right is any evidence to back up what people are saying. And you've got Fat Man Terror saying that validators are cashing out and that it's a runway for validators to exit the classic chain. Well done, you're somebody else's exit plan. And do you want my advice? Go to his profile, click block, and then forget about it. Why would you even listen to someone like that? Everything he's said, it's not happened. Everything he's gone on about is not happening, okay? It's done, it's finished, okay? This capitulation event happened and we're moving forward as a unit, as a huddle, or as a waddle. And if you Google what a group of penguins are called on land, they're called a waddle, and at sea they're called a raft. Now back to the Binance Hot Wallet. You've had people at Terra Rebels come out and say it's 95% of users, but absolutely no backed up evidence to go with these claims. And the one thing I've always done is stuck by the facts. And the one thing I do know, and the one thing I've proved, and anybody who's been with us from the beginning will understand this better than anybody, right? Is that this wallet moved 1 trillion coins during Genesis. The only people that could move those coins is Binance, period. Okay? Period. No one else could move coins during that time off exchange but Binance. It could only be the exchange, because if one person was allowed to trade 1 trillion coins, no, come on. Think about it. No, it was a user lockdown. Okay, no one could trade anything or do anything with their coins. Some people couldn't even see them. They disappeared on crypto.com for myself and many of my friends who were freaking out about it. And the one thing we do know, and we have substantial evidence backing this, is that they moved 1 trillion coins. We know that to be certain. As to who holds the rest of these coins that have been accumulated, and we don't know. Okay, nobody knows this, but the things we do know is Binance have never addressed this wallet. Okay, think about the 101k of bitcoins that were purchased. Okay, we're talking right now, the LUNACLASSIC they're holding is worth 266 million. Okay, 266 million United States dollars. Now that is pretty monumental. Okay, that's no small amount by any means. Okay, by any means whatsoever. It's not a small amount of coins, and going to its overall counter is in itself just strange, because it's now moved 6.76 trillion coins. It's almost moved the full total supply through itself. And there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of people who are putting a lot of claims out there, but I'm not seeing a lot of factual evidence to back this up. Now, I was tracking the money flow of a while back now. And when we say a while back, it was a while back now. It was around 2 months ago nearly. And as time goes on, right, more transactions happen. The more transactions that happened, the higher inbound and the outbound levels need to be. And when you start going into these levels, as you can see, this is about blowing anything else up extra. Excuse me, that is my chest from the accident. That's my breath getting taken away. It's horrible when that happens. As you can see, I've got a really high-end computer and it is struggling to load it. Well, it's not struggling to load it, but it's just really laggy, so to speak. Bad FPS. But it's just insane trying to track stuff now. So anyone who thinks that they can prove who those coins are, I honestly welcome them to the table to prove who owns these coins. Now, there's another thing floating around, and I asked someone this evening in the LUNACLASSIC community, and apparently, right, this Crypto King guy apparently has a direct line to CZ Binance, and he's in talks about the burns. So I'm really interested to see, and I'm going to be watching his updates to see how this transpires, because if I had that direct line, you folks already know I'd had those questions asked, period. Knowing who owns these coins would be very helpful to us as a community being a community-led coin and all of the validators, okay? Because it matters what happens with these coins, and whoever's bought them hasn't bought them for fun. And like I was saying, this is $266 million dollars worth of coins, right? But you have 101k Bitcoin, and they were quite happy to come out straight away and address that, but they still haven't addressed these coins. As far as they're aware, this wallet doesn't exist and these coins do not exist. And it's not just like they're buying up Lunc, LUNAC, what do you folks call it? Let me know in the comments. But Lunc, they're not just buying that up, they're buying the USTC up, they're buying Anchor Protocol up as well. And all three of these work in, used to work in a symbiotic relationship, and you could stake USTC to get Anchor Protocol and things like that, which you're still able to do, but I don't think you're able to withdraw the rewards. So do tread carefully when you do that. We did see that one through, and it seemed that we can't withdraw our rewards. So I didn't post it up because I didn't want to bring any attention to it. So going back to all of these theories we've gone over, and loads of people are coming forward and they're like, well, you said this, and I've always linked the video and said, no, it was a theory video and you folks asked for it. So there's many routes that this wallet could walk, and what you got to think about now is, does this wallet there does it want to get hit by the 1.2% burn tax in mid-September, or is it going to make a move before that? Or are these coins just going to sit there and do nothing? Because I just don't believe that to be the case. Whoever's bought them has a plan for them, whether it be multiple users. But one thing we do know, and this is another thing that's been like completely missed, is that Binance run CoinMarketCap, and I feel like we made so much noise about the holders situation. They just got rid of holders across the board. There's no holders information for anything anymore. And it's kind of one of those things that it just goes under the radar completely. And there's loads of little things like this that have gone completely under the radar. But a lot of people have been asking me what's going on with this wallet. And ultimately, we're just waiting for it to be addressed by the correct people. And anyone, I even pretty much spoke to a blockchain analysis company. And I was advised to do this by Zada. So I did go ahead and do it. And they actually said to me, I'll get the email and I'll show you folks in the next video. They actually said to me they wouldn't be able to tell if they were users' coins, Binance's coins, or whatever. And then like loads of people need to remember, they're one of the biggest exchanges out there. Okay, they spot trade the life out of LUNACLASSIC. So they would need a lot of coins in backup to support these kind of things. And we don't know how they hold other coins. It's actually quite hard to track other coins. It's just because Terra Classic has such a well built out system, and we have a Terra Finder. We have all these really good tools that are built for the networks themselves. So I've done a lot of mentioning about the Terra Classic TV Alliance, but sadly I'm stepping back from it, and I'm going to be focusing more on our 2 burn initiatives, because I feel like we do a lot of work, don't we, here on Happy Catty Crypto and the Let It Burn channel to get other people's projects in the light. And I feel like we do so much work for other people, we're kind of forgetting ourselves, and other people are not too interested to help us back a lot of the time. And it's just high time we started pushing our own burn initiatives, which are community cost free, are sustainable, don't have any kind of crazy rug pulls that can happen from it, and it will be there forever. It will never stop, and it's all well planned out. And obviously people like to see big burns, I get it, but just remember, when all of the dust settles and things aren't so interesting anymore, and things aren't trending, and people lose interest like Bigger Entertainment did with Shiba Inu, we will still be there, like Matthew Perry is for the SHIB community. We will always be there for you folks, and our sole and only interest is revitalizing this chain. And I was doing SHIB content a little bit, but I solely support just this movement because it's what I believe in. Like, I literally hold a bag of LUNACLASSIC and Crow. That's pretty much it. That's all I'm holding. Anything else I hold is insignificant, or small, very small amounts of coins to even be considered holding a bag, so to speak. So folks, I hope you gained some sort of information from that. And like I said, we need an answer, but ultimately I believe this wallet is going to make a move. around the time staking is re-enabled. And it's just my theory, it's just my perspective and my opinion on the situation, is that it's going to make a move around staking and staking, and the re-enabling of delegations and things like that will be enabled. I think it could possibly either make a move then, or make a move when new validators are allowed to be created and join the network. And that would mean that all of that, if it was sent to Terra Station, it would be subjected to a 1.2% burn tax, which would be absolutely huge. And say they staked those delegated those coins over and over and over and over, that in itself would be monumental. And if they try to use these to attack the chain, there are things in place, but at the same time it would be nice to know who owns the coins. And it's a very simple yes or no answer, and Binance have definitely seen it, and they're ignoring it. And that's the truth. There's no other way to put this out there to you folks. That is the total truth, is that they're just ignoring it. They're acting like the wallet doesn't exist. They're acting like, and it's true, this is a media tactic the Russians used to use many moons ago, and probably maybe still use it now, is that if you pummel it enough and say it enough, it becomes true. But at the same time, if you don't acknowledge something and you don't tell people about it, then they won't know about it. And if you ignore it, you're not feeding the fire, and it dwindles out. And that's kind of what's happened now. And it's good that that's happened, but at the same time, we do need an answer for this wallet, and it will make a move at some point. I can guarantee you that. So folks, have a really nice Tuesday wherever you're at, and stay safe, beware of scammers, and tap the notifications bell, consider subscribing, consider dropping a like, dropping a comment, and let us know where you're hailing from, let us know what you're sipping on, and just let us know if there's anything we can do for you, any way we can help out the community, or any ideas you've got. Just let us know. Folks, not financial advice. Catch you in the next one.